right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to a brand new episode of With a Side of Chaos. This is Patricio, aka Rocky, and as always, I'm joined by the destroyer of men, the barrier of bodies.
Wow.
The cutter of cunts, Mr. Salty himself, Aaron.
The cutter of cunts? Wow,
Yeah.
that's bold. I like all of those titles. I feel empowered.
Dude,
oh my God.
You just
feels better than the yoga session that I didn't want to go to.
You energized me with the intro. Like before we even started, you fucking had me going.
Yeah, that's how motivation works. It's just the right spot at the right time and then drop news.
Okay, people who are texting me right now, I am fucking recording a podcast. Let me fucking record. Anyways, welcome to a brand new episode of The Side of Chaos. We are chilling here. And Salty, you before we ever start a show, I just want people to know, like, him and I have to catch up because we never see each other during the week. Very rarely are we able to like hang out at a comedy show or at a comedy show or at a comedy show.
Right. Yeah, it's comedy show.
Yeah.
Although I did send you a text today and you got confused because my apparent text messages have punctuation problems when I speak.
Dude,
I said bro hang and then it went bro period hang capital H-A-N-G, and then it made some other weird symbols, and I think I'm now Russian. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hieroglyphics on
I don't know
text
how
message.
voice text could have Tourette's or just be verbally handicapped, because like you and your voice text like don't get along.
No, we do not. I have referred to Google as so many different awful things. Over the course of the year, I think AI is already angry at me. So I'm kind of nervous about, really making that Al Pacino porn video,
Dude, I'm so okay with AI right now because I use AI on a daily with a lot of the stuff that I do. And AI
I bet you do. Which hole do I stick this in?
Whichever one you'd like. No, AI and I are pretty cool. So like when the robot uprising happens,
try it where you don't fuck up everything you're trying to say.
Well, no, I feel
robot uprising. Is that what you?
Well, when the robot uprising happens, I still think that robots are everyone is going to need Mexicans at one point or another. So I know for a fact that the robots are still going to need Mexicans in their post-apocalyptic world, and we'll be okay.
You think that just because you're Mexican, you're going to be safe from Skynet? Is that what you are saying? Okay, yes. I just wanted to clarify.
Know how many Mexicans are off the grid, bro? Skynet won't be able to find us because we'll be okay, man.
I think you might be confused about how your heritage works. I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, but before we bring in our guests, I want to talk about something real quick and give a shout out to Heal Spa Relief Center up in Altamont Springs. Last week, if anyone had seen me in person or anything like that, I could not walk. I was having the worst leg pain I'd ever had in my life. And I, honest to God, like felt like I was just bow-legged. I couldn't walk.
Remember when we were talking earlier about when you were saying that it sounds like people are reading a script?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it more personal.
Okay. Well,
okay.
No, that's
try it again.
No, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't walk for shit.
That was a really mean joke.
It really was.
My back was hurting, and so was my psoriasis. And then I had to take this medication. That's $30,000 a year.
But no, I couldn't
Sorry,
walk.
Jokes.
I couldn't walk for shit. I couldn't get out of bed properly. I couldn't get out of my chair.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, Maria from What the Hill podcast, we had recorded an episode last week, and I told her my butt hurts. I can't walk for shit. Hey,
what were you doing bending over so much?
Well, that's the thing, dude. I slept wrong. I'm at the age right now that if I don't sleep properly, I'm fucked for the next few days.
Yeah, you were fucked, all right.
Yeah. Anywho, I wake up. I tell them about the pain.
Our guest is constantly laughing, and our Patricio is not. So I know I'm doing well.
You're doing just fine.
I know our listeners are going, ha ha.
But
the jokes,
dude. She tells me, I know exactly what that is. That's your sciatic nerve. We're gonna get someone to put their elbows in your ass. And I'm like, whoa. Usually you pay extra for that, but
please tell me that's how you responded to a healing special.
I just said okay, because
yeah, you would give consent away that quickly.
It's not about giving consent. Well,
you did.
Always,
you were like,
always,
okay.
Just to be clear, it's always about giving consent. But
well, in this condition, you just gave it away willy-nilly. You didn't even ask what she was going to do, and you just said, "Hey, put your elbow in my ass," and that's what you literally just said. I'm just repeating what you said back to you.
Fair and valid.
I know.
However, I get put on the table, and Yulissa and Maria from Heel, they start working my leg. They start working my back. And Yulissa, who is probably a third of the size of me, probably a quarter size of me, has like these like God-given hands, and she is just resetting my entire back, my entire lower back, my legs, my everything, bro. And then Maria comes in and fucking goes like what's the word I'm looking for? Inspector Gadget on my leg and just starts bending things out of proportion. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I didn't even know I could bend that way. But then I felt like a release. Now, forgive me for saying it like this, but this is what I felt. I felt a release of fluids in my back. I know that sounds weird, but I felt like, something just like flowed. And dude, I got up and I was able to walk with like extremely less discomfort. And dude, like I got emotional because like, oh my God, I didn't know this. Like, I don't know if I needed surgery, if I needed, more and more help. But like, within like 45 minutes, dude, I was back at it. The next day, I had a good night's rest, and I am walking again. I am jogging again. I'm running again because of the people over at Heel in Altamont Springs. So,
are you sure it wasn't later on that evening when you got pounded?
No, I was actually able
with the elbow in the ass. That was the later.
I was able to actually pound someone that day because my leg was doing so much better. Yeah. What a great segue.
Yeah.
Talking from one business to another. The guest that we have on today's episode.
Wow.
Is
wow. How about not? How about not? I had a really great comedy this past weekend, and it was fantastic. And you were there. Hey, let's bring in our guest now. That isn't the way we ended that segment. Yeah.
And you did that. You did that at Bolinbush, right there.
I did it everywhere.
You want some Scottish eggs? Go to Bolinbush. They got the good. Is it Scottish eggs? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they have pizza now.
So that's right. They have a bigger menu. But no, this episode happened right before we got extremely drunk. Everyone came over to my house and we had a couple of beers. We were all just chilling, and the night just went on with drinking and drinking and drinking. However, before the drinking occurred, I consented to doing an episode with this young woman, and I'm bringing her right in. And Salty, do you want to say the name, or do we both F it up, or how do we do this? We're bringing in Zikyra Hunter. How you doing, Zikyra?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to With a Side of Chaos. This is your first time on our show. And tell us where you're from and what you do.
Well, I am here from Orlando, Florida, and I am a house call dog groomer.
Ooh. Now, when it comes to house call dog groomer, I take that means like you go to the people, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is there like any size limits, or like you cater to all four-legged creatures?
I cater to all four-legged creatures.
How do you groom an alligator?
Okay, I cater to all four-legged and or three-legged canines.
Okay.
There we go.
So no alligator grooming.
No alligator grooming.
Okay. You lie. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'll come and do it.
I don't know what you would do.
I don't know what I would do either, but I know I'm going to charge a crap ton for it.
Are you going to put your elbow in its back or something? Like,
yeah, shove it right up the neck or something.
Yeah, all you need to do is put a rod right in its head, and that's how you get rid of an alligator.
So breaking it
future
down,
reference. If you're ever in the situation.
Zikyra works with Orlando's cutest little four-legged creatures. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
And when it comes to like dealing with these animals, I'm sure you have your stories. I'm sure which we will jump into. But I want to talk about like how you got into this. Like, what led you to be like, you know what? I want to take care of all the beautiful creatures and make them pretty. How did we get to there?
Honestly, I've always loved animals. In high school, my mom basically said boys are animals, and I chose animals. So I grew up.
Whoa. Take that one back. Boys are animals. Like, you gonna work on boys? You gonna work on animals, or like?
Well, it was around the time where you're ready to date. And I wanted a boyfriend. And she was like, you can have a boyfriend or you can have all the animals you want. And I was like, I'll take the animals for $500, Alex.
I prefer animals over people. I honestly do. I just moved and my apartment complex doesn't allow us to have dogs. So now I don't know what to do with myself.
Okay, now you gave a little bit of an example right there, but still doesn't really like clarify boys or animals. So you wanted to like be more involved with animals. Is that what you're trying to say?
Basically, I was asking my mom for a boyfriend and or a Savannah monitor.
Okay.
This huge lizard that gets like 6 feet. It puffs his body up. It's great.
Oh,
it's a reptile.
Okay.
And her response to the boyfriend or the Savannah monitor was boys or animals. And I was like, yeah, I'll take the Savannah monitor,
So, okay, making that decision, going towards animals. I'm sure, later on when you got older, you know what? I'm an adult. I'm going to have both now. But going into like specifically like grooming into dogs, like what led to that path right there?
Going to Westside Tech for veterinary assistant, to be a veterinary assistant. I went into that and we touched on grooming, and that's how I found out, okay, maybe I don't like vet medicine so much, but I do like to make the dogs look pretty. So.
Because I'm sure like working in anyone in the veterinary field, like they're going to have their good days, but also there are a lot of dark days when it comes to that field. And,
you managed to avoid all of that by becoming a groomer, which is okay, maybe not. Oh,
so working, you deciding to, you know what, let's make them pretty. Let's do all this stuff. Did you decide to just like go on your own, or did you decide to like, let me work with a company, get my feet on the ground kind of thing?
I actually worked with a company. I'm not going to say their name because, we're not going to go into all of that, but they actually pay you to go to grooming school through them.
Oh,
very nice.
That's how I learned how to groom. I groomed and worked for them for about 2 years. And then from that, I went to mom and pop shops and learned under people that had been more experienced in like a small shop setting and stuff like that. And then when my last job, they closed down for some health reasons on that person that owned the business. I actually started doing house call grooming.
Ooh,
so
nice. And with dealing with animals, let me ask you this: what is like one of the most challenging parts of working in that field?
The owners, unfortunately, because you kind of have to teach the owners that a lot of the issues that you're having with your dog isn't really your dog, it's you.
Oh.
So the dog is only doing what you allow it to do. You don't want Fluffy on the couch, but every time Fluffy jumps on the couch 2 or 3 times, you go, oh, okay, Fluffy, and you let Fluffy sit.
Yeah.
So what you say doesn't matter at this point because Fluffy gets to do what Fluffy wants.
Does she practice those techniques on you or no?
We have a gentleman off camera who's staying very quiet.
He totally stayed quiet. I love it.
Oh man, he's like, don't ask me shit, man.
We have someone, throwing some hearts out there. You can throw all the hearts you want. I miss you, and you don't call me no more. I'm very mad at you. I'm not even going to say your name. You know who I'm talking about. All right, cool. We're back. All right, sorry about that. So you say that the owners themselves are some of the most difficult to work with or deal with when it comes to your line of field. Now, are people that's just like when it comes to you and your business, are the owners in the with you while you groom the pets? Really?
Absolutely, yes. I welcome it. Because I started this to help with the dogs that's gotten kicked out of the salons. They've gotten kicked out of mobile groomers. And honestly, the parents are with their hands tied because now they're looking at
it's that kind of business. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is sort of kind of. That's how it kind of started, trying to cater to those clients. And so I had to learn to talk the clients through watching their babies freak out on my table in their houses about things that they didn't like done, like getting their nails done or ear cleaning or anal gland expression. The dogs just had traumatic experiences, but through patience and kindness and just taking your time, you can work a dog through that, and I have to talk the parent through it so I can get the dog safe.
So you gotta maintain the owner before you can get to the dog's level. Wow, that's unfun. You got to deal with human contact first before you get to touch the furry animal.
I remember I had a dog for a couple of years, golden retriever, mixed Australian shepherd, and his hair was just it would shed all the time. You know, he was a big dog, but his coat was beautiful. Had him well fed, good diet, regular exercise. Like the dog was in great shape. However, every time I would take him to get groomed, because every now and then I give him a quick wash in the tub. Hispanics are going to wash our dog in the tub, get him, dry him up, bingo, bango, bongo. However, every now and then I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me treat the dog to this experience. Let me take him to a groomer. And I don't know what it is of what groomers do, but like, I feel like every time that I would take my dog to the groomer, like I got a new dog every time. I know it sounds weird, but like for people in your field, you guys actually give a damn about, making this creature, more beautiful than it already is. So where do you like pull your inspiration from? Or like, how is it once you see the dog, do you already know in your head how he's going to look when you're done? Or is it a process?
First off, with grooming, you learn breeds. You're going to learn the different coat types and AKC registered breed haircuts, because believe it or not, there are AKC registered haircuts for certain breeds.
Really?
Unfortunately, the dog you have is considered a mutt. It's a doodle. Got a golden doodle. It's a mutt. I'm sorry.
Not pure. It's not pure.
It's not pure. So, unfortunately, this is what we call a pet-friendly groom. That is where we basically probe the owner's brain for them to tell us something that they're looking for. And then we basically have to translate what they're talking about into groomer lingo and then perform that.
Oh, wow.
So I always tell my clients, my first-time clients, just give me a couple chances, because I have to figure out what you're saying and what you want. If you have a picture, great. If you don't, just give me like 1 or 2 times, and I promise you I will have your dog how you want it. But that comes with proper maintenance at home.
Okay. Oh, so you got to keep the owners in check as well.
Yes. Like you should have been brushing your doodle at least twice a day.
Oh, really? You see, I don't know this kind of stuff. I was just a single dude with a dog and, the bachelor dog kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know in this day and age, there are a lot of people who the one thing I've noticed over the past few years is a rise in rescue breeds. Like that's actually pretty cool, because like I know for a fact that animal shelters are at capacity with all these abandoned animals, and it's great that people are giving these animals a second chance at life, a second chance to be a part of someone's home. But I'm actually pulling up your Facebook right now for your business, which is Tippie Pawz, and I want to ask you that. How did you come up with that name?
So I had this blue nose pit that I named Tip.
Okay.
And that was my baby, and that's how I got the name Tippie Pawz.
Tippie Pawz.
Yeah.
An inspiration,
So right here, I'm showing off a photo of this little guy right here. If you see on the screen,
that's Kevin.
That's Kevin. Oh,
yes.
Okay. So is Kevin like a regular?
I think I've groomed him now 3 different times. So he is now a regular. That's before his groom. That's right after his bath. He had just been blown out. And
yeah, I was actually going to go through the slides right here of, is this like the afterwards?
Yes.
Oh,
that is him finished.
Look at that. That is a completely different. That is a different dog. Like you go from like a chubby face to like, look at me. I'm beautiful.
It's Pacino.
It's Pacino. It's literally a Pacino dog. Look at that. Like that's incredible.
That's Pacino when he made the good movies.
And okay,
not movies that came out now.
And I take
older ones.
And I take it like that's the process of of Kevin going through the wash. And
yes, he gives the best side eyes. If side eyes could kill, I would be dead.
And here,
that's Miss Minnie.
Miss Minnie. Oh my God. And if you guys listening to the podcast, go to withasideofchaos.com or go to YouTube, search for With a Side of Chaos, so you can see the photos that we're showing right now of these beautiful little. It's just
hashtag WASOC.
Yeah, hashtag WASOC. The voice is already coming out. Oh my God.
And that's her sister Pearl next to her.
Oh,
very prim and proper.
Now, okay, we talked about the bad, which is like, what are your challenges? What are the rewards in working in this field?
Believe it or not, like just proper coat maintenance just keeps a healthy dog. So it's not just diet, coat maintenance too, because they're covered in it. So that's their entire skin. That's your largest organ is your skin.
Yeah.
And then just the relationships that Lucy. She was watching me groom her brother. But just the relationships you get with them. So like, especially multiple house dogs, you get to talk and laugh and play with them. And they're excited to see you when you first come in. And then you're like, who's ready? Now everybody's hiding. And, it's great. Like, I just love the relationship you get with the animals. I love animals. So.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So let me ask you this, as we're nearing the end, what got you into like going on your own? You said that you'd started off with a company, you gone to some mom and pops, but like, was it your ultimate goal to like own your own business?
Yes.
And how'd you get to that point?
Little by little, buying things and pushing to like, hey, I groom, if you need somebody to groom your dog, I'll do it really cheap. People coming, people not coming back, learning the tricks and the trades of how to talk to people, because you can't get to their dogs if you don't connect with the people.
Correct.
So, it took a while. It took me about 2 to 3 years to actually get to where I could sustain myself with just my business.
Gotcha. And where do you see yourself like in the next 5 years with your business itself?
I do see myself having a couple of employees, and trying to expand that way, like so I can reach more of the greater Orlando area. That's
awesome. No, I'm excited. And once I get my dog, I'm literally calling you up because I need to know how many times I need to brush my little quadruped and make sure little Rocky looks good. And yes, I am going to be naming my dog Rocky when I get my dog. Just so you know that, Salty.
Sure. Sure.
Now, I put the number for your business right there, 407-486-1167. Now, you say you work with all shapes and sizes of dogs,
all
right?
Shapes and sizes.
Go ahead and plug your business. Anything that I missed or anything you want to plug, go for it right now. The floor is yours.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Z. I am a house call groomer, so I come to your home. I love on your pets. I take my time with them. They're going to get my one-on-one attention. And I love them. Give me a chance. I'm kind of sweet sometimes not so much. But isn't that everybody? But no, for real, I'm always professional. I love everybody. And reach out to me and give me a try.
407-486-1167 right there, Tippie Pawz. Zikyra, thank you so much. We're going to talk a little bit more with you right now because I want to talk about everything that's been going on here in Orlando. Or not just Orlando, but just the world itself. Someone lost a sub, and apparently now the sub is destroyed. That was the bit I heard, that they found a piece of the sub about 1,800 feet away from the wreckage of the Titanic. And I
have not made any comments on this particular issue because I have been, I don't know, enjoying both sides of the amoral society that we live in. Some people share memes about the people who died in there. Some people push concern to the migrant ship that has been extremely overlooked because of it, because of the wealth that was in the subs. So, I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't think I should have an opinion on this because of the way that things are.
Dude, that is a fair and valid.
I never would be indifferent to anything, but I don't feel especially concerned to either side of the argument. You know what I mean? Like, I get it from both sides. It's life, but at the same time, did you see the Nintendo controller? I mean, that's unfucking remarkable. I'm sorry, but I rarely, come on. I mean, that's it. That's the extent. I'm not going to share any memes on it. You guys can make your own. Look at that. Look at how safe it was, and look at how safe James Cameron's $10 million one was when he actually shot the fucking movie. You know what I mean? That was like 28 years ago. Leo died in the boat.
Holy, I mean, yo, that was about 25 years.
It might even be 30 years. For all I know.
No. Well, no. Well,
see, I told you there is no communication from my voice chat that I just tried to work.
You're
I'm working with an elderly citizen who no longer cares about its functionality.
Z, what about you? Like, what have been your thoughts about this whole ordeal with that lost sub?
Unfortunately, I am more of on the comedic side of it. So, when they said they found pieces of it, I was kind of like, Alaskan bullworm. I love SpongeBob, but
they found barnacles.
Right, but for real though, it is very sad that they unfortunately lost their lives. But at the same time, like you said, did you see the game controller?
Yo,
like at what point do you look at? I mean, and there's a new news story. Have you heard the newest of the news?
26 years. Okay, it's like minus 26. Like, no, dude, it is not that cold in here. But no. Tell me what you got.
So there was an email or a news story earlier today. I don't know who broke the news story, but that safety. Excuse me, maybe I can find it. But the general gist of the article was that safety was always neglected. Like, no matter what the intent was for that sub, the way that the owner started perceiving how it would go was more important than making sure that everything was 100% for, the actual voyage in that. So, and the funniest thing that I've seen, and I don't want to laugh at it is what an atomic imploding pressure looks like. I mean, did you see the video of what it is hypothetically outside? See if you could pull up, see if you can pull up a share screen of example of implosion of sub from this week. I don't know. You can pick your own Google, but that thing, oh my Lord, there's no way to describe it other than you seen it.
Yeah.
Honestly, 5 people were in there and it imploded in such a fashion that the example, if we can find it.
Yeah, I think I found it. Let me
is it might be a TikTok. I don't think it is.
Right. No,
there we go.
Yeah.
Yep. It should be an outside container. It should be from the video, it should be an all black. It looks like a oil container. So from the example, and it shows what an implosion.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Atomic pressure.
The internet's just being a little bit weird right now.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, try and pull it up on yours.
I don't know if I can ever.
I'm getting all these ads by the New York Post, like, hey, subscribe, 75% off.
Example of the implosion from submarine.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it.
Did you? What really happens when a submarine implodes? Okay.
Yeah, if you have a video, sweet. If not, go and
not that one. All right. So why don't you keep looking? And there was one I saw on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook.
Well, no, I know exactly which one you're talking about because I remember it just like
yeah, it was like if you were squishing a bag of chips as hard and as fast as you could. And understand this is like metric tons of metal and such to that just it's that fast. I mean, it's 1 second and it just crushes it inward like a pretzel. Like it's weird. Now, so if that's what happened, I don't think they're gonna find much of anything.
Well, no, they officially called off the search as of this morning because once they found the piece of the Ocean Gate submarine, 1,800 feet from the wreckage, they're like, yeah, we're done. And it sucks, but like it wasn't that company wasn't their maiden voyage. Like they've done it before, right? But
no,
they
I don't think so.
Really?
No. So. Okay, I found an example. It's on Daily Mail. Is there a way that I can do share screen? How do I do that from here? Is it an addition thing right here?
Copy the link, put it in the private chat, and I could pull it up myself.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I got to show this. I got to see this. Let's show it for our viewers because this is insane on how all this went down, and just like to see a depiction of how.
Chat. And then we can also get our
Yeah.
esteemed guests
Exactly.
reaction to this.
Oh, for real. That's a
Yeah,
great way to do
it's
it.
all right. So it should be a quarter of the way down the page. It should be a Coca-Cola can. There it is. Yep, that's the one I want to show.
All right, cool. Let me just pull it up, or at least get it playing.
There's shitloads of ads on the.
I know.
Mail.
That's why
I see it.
That's why it slowed it down. You see, boom, freaking ad.
Yeah. Make sure we get the tickets for Taylor Swift on the Eras tour. That's what we need to do. Really here.
God damn! Like forward. I mean,
YouTube. See if I can find something.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. So before I do that, I got to share the screen. And yeah, I found it. We're about.
We don't usually do share screens, so we're usually entertaining enough.
Yeah, exactly. We don't.
But we've never seen a Coke can get imploded before.
We don't need signs, but we're about to show you some signs right now because here is. Let me blow it up. I deal with so much crap right now with just showing a video of a Coke can imploding. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna go to YouTube.
No, I found it. It's loaded. It's
sure
loaded.
It is. There's a video that shows an implosion. Let me see. Let's just watch this. All right, let me go to here. How do I do share screen?
Oh, wait. You know, the private. All right, you know what?
Settings.
Forget it. We're already at the 30-minute mark.
If you guys want to see what implosion looks like,
Google it your fucking self. Google it your fucking self. We're done. It's been a long week. Zikyra Hunter, thank you so much. Go and check out. You know what? Let me put the banner up real quick one more time with your phone number so they can give you a call if and when they need help for their little four-legged best friends. 407-486-1167.
And she'll come to you.
Tippie Pawz, and she will come to you. You lazy. Kidding. With that being said, if you're not laughing, you're not living. Live every day to the fullest, but always do it.
Go see the show on July 20th.
That's right. Go see the show on July 20th.
Alrighty, that's the end. Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you next time. Thank you.